everyone. I wanted to share part of why I ride a bike in the first place. I'm not like these guys. I haven't been riding forever. I only started riding 2 years ago. Part of the reason was that Steve Cates there was a huge inspiration to me. We ride together to work now, and he helped me through that. But the other half of the reason that I ride is for my mom. She was diagnosed in the fall of 2010 with stage 4 ovarian cancer after a hysterectomy. She had just turned 50 and had felt a growing pain in her abdomen for a long while. My family rallied around her, and through the following months of recovery and chemotherapy, we grew much closer as a whole as we experienced things and felt emotions that we never wanted. She'd been in remission for a time before I picked up the bike in 2012. My wife had been my commuting buddy to work by car into the city, but once she started grad school, I had to find a new way to get to work. Steve helped me out there because I considered bike commuting, because cancer, among other life events, was one of those harsh wake-up calls. We all realize that whatever our age or our status in life, everything can be taken from us without notice. I resolved to bike to work and maintain an active lifestyle. My mom always loved riding her bike, and even more, she loved the mountains of the Blue Ridge. Riding my bike through the parkway was my way of being close to her in times of trouble, despite being miles away. It became my therapy, letting me see amazing scenery while collecting my thoughts. It gave me a solid reason for being active and feeling healthy. Her cancer returned, and each time we knew it was a little worse and a little more painful. She had a colostomy due to the cancer having spread to her and obstructed her intestines. Despite heavy surgery or chemotherapy or lack of energy, each time we were in the hospital, she walked relentlessly. The nurses knew her by name, and they knew her standard lap around the hospital floor. She was a huge inspiration to us, with her drive to stay active through any condition. She was in remission again when we went to Disney World in the spring of 2013. It was a testament to her character that despite being too weak to walk or to run through the park with us, she laughed and cheered as we raced her wheelchair through to the front of the lines to her favorite rides or to the next country in Epcot. We all had a blast, and she continued to experience pain, worse than before. We knew we weren't at the end. In July, she went under another operation and the cancer had returned. We were told that she would be moving to hospice care for the last few weeks. This time, the surgery was only to relieve the extreme pain and make her as comfortable as possible. I was fortunate enough that I could spend the next month with her and my family. Despite being on what she knew was her deathbed, Mom continued to get up and walk as much as she could. She loved seeing the trees and the flowers around the hospice facility, and on the rare occasion she loved feeling the sun on her face. She helped us turn what was a really difficult situation into one of joy, as we grew intensely closer to one another. Mom passed away last August in 2013, and a year has passed, but I still feel her presence when I ride over the top of every mountain, when I pass an overlook, when I feel the crisp air of autumn. I feel a strong connection with this group of riders, a camaraderie we have through our experiences with cancer or those affected by it. So I'm riding for my mom, I'm riding for my family, I'm riding for my friends, and for myself. I'm riding to roll over cancer.